Welcome back, dear viewers, and now we'll go on with our second interview segment. And now, dear viewers, we'll go to our second interview segment with our guest, Dr. Eshwan Fernandez. Hello and good morning, Doctor.
Good morning to you, Saad, and really happy to be here with you.
We are most welcome. We are glad to have you here in the show to talk about various scientific subjects. Let's talk about the symposium will be held tomorrow, the educational scene in India. Tell us about the symposium, about objectives and why it's important.
Indeed, indeed. So the Embassy of India is hosting a symposium on Indian higher education. And as you know, in India today, we are seeing a revolution in higher education and education with various policy changes, with various universities and schools and international higher education coming into India.
Yes.
So it's the right time to showcase the ever-changing landscape and focus on what India has to offer to the world, and to showcase the various great things happening which could benefit general humanity and as well support many countries.
So, Dr. Eshwan, you wrote a book. It's called India's Knowledge Supremacy. As you know, India is one of the pioneers in the field of education and, of course, in universities. Tell us about the book. What is inside it from topics, and tell us.
So, India's Knowledge Supremacy was a book I have written down with a lot of emotions because I was so inspired while I'm working for QS, which is a global ranking agency, and I work with India a lot. I've seen the kind of effort being put into developing the higher education system and making it, of course, very relevant for the current age. And the book I put together was to give an idea of the ancient universities in India, how those universities were, of course, at that time destroyed. Then we went to colonization and the new independent struggles,
yes.
And then onwards into the new education policy 2020, yes, which is a brainchild of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, which is set to revolutionize education in India like never before. So this book actually is an almanac, is a short glimpse of what has transpired in India over hundreds of years into 150 pages of very easy reading to understand Indian higher education.
Yes, it's not strange to India, how the education and how to teach. But the cover, it's very interesting. If you show it to the audience, it's something about the yoga, and you have the...
Yes, yes.
Tell us about the how to become the well-being. It's very important for lifestyle and to have the education. Why did you choose this photo?
Well,
this is my question from me.
Indeed, indeed. So so the book is published by Bloomsbury. So Bloomsbury is a UK-based publishing company,
yes,
and when they want to depict India, when people think of India, people think of Ayurveda. People think of all the ancient art and all the great things which are related to nature. So they said, what best way to depict at the heart of the book Ayurveda and yoga, and then put technology, put innovation, finance and industry all around it.
Yes.
Because that's what India is all about. It has the culture at the heart of what people live in India.
Of course, the strong culture, and we are admiring the culture. Because now my second question will be about the Indian-Kuwaiti relations. Let's talk about the relation in terms of the scientific field. Tell us about the subject.
Indeed. First and foremost, I have to congratulate you and all the Kuwaiti people for celebrating its National and Liberation Day, because I'm so happy to be here a few days before that. I've seen the fervor in the streets, and it's great to be here.
Yes.
India is celebrating a long-standing relationship with Kuwait on both cultural grounds, on economic grounds, as well as diplomatic ties, which go beyond 60 years, from today. And that also transpires into education, and we've seen that both sides. We have a large Indian diaspora here in Kuwait. We see Kuwaiti students and students in academia going into India for various collaboration. But there is still greater scope to collaborate more, because the new education policy in 2020 has opened up various interdisciplinary areas of research which could benefit both the countries.
Yes.
So there is a larger picture to collaborate, to benefit in some of the emerging areas which could help both the diaspora as well as the people of both countries to even make those ties stronger.
Well said, Doctor. And in light of the modern scientific fields, and they are progressing, there are important challenges facing educational system in India and in the world for general. And one thing is the AI. Tell us about this subject.
So at the moment, we can see that AI is one of the popular areas in India. You know, I always give this example, and if you allow me to give an example,
Yes, please.
India has always been the forefront of innovation. The Chandrayaan mission to the moon, on the southern pole of moon, the cost of the mission was $75 million. But if you compare that with the Interstellar movie, which spent 165 million,
Yes.
and Avatar,
Very
which spent
interesting, yes.
237 million. So India is where innovation is breathing and living at the moment. So
Yes.
AI is going to see the next set of revolution coming out of the Indian people, and partnerships from countries around the world, especially Kuwait, is just going to benefit the higher education system everywhere.
So now about the Renaissance in India in terms of scientific field. Tell us about what is the upcoming stories of India.
Well, I will link it back to national education policy, because that is where change is being seen.
Yes.
So interdisciplinary research across various fields, like in AI getting involved. We're looking at biotechnology, genomics, and kind of personalized medicine, petroleum engineering. We're looking beyond some of the fields which are going beyond your regular science and technology into some of the emerging areas. So we can see new universities being set up in India. Indian universities going abroad. Dubai now hosts a few Indian universities. There's some, and Abu Dhabi
Yes.
will host the first IIT in Abu Dhabi. IIT Madras is gone to Zanzibar. So it is, I think, the Indian education is going to go global, and I think that's
Yes.
where it's going to benefit the whole world.
Did you mean by new universities in India because there are not enough universities, or specialty universities like a medical school or so on?
So the specialized universities will start blurring the lines, because with the national education policy, it is going to allow interdisciplinary research and education. Students can no longer will have a silo. They'll be able to choose subjects. Will be able to get skill development at the same time as well. So we will see more universities coming up. When majority of the world is going to get older, India is going to be younger with a young population.
Yes.
So we definitely need more universities in India. Not only Indian universities, but we can see
All
universities from Australia, from New Zealand, from the UK, showing interest to set up universities in India for dual degree, twinning programs, and so on. But at the heart of it, we can see that Indian education is going global.
So Indian going global and coming to Abu Dhabi, and you said Dubai. Do you see that as a good thing to go outside of India instead of making all students come to India?
Well, there could be some challenges for maybe parents not being able to send their kids to India. It could be that somebody wants to live in Abu Dhabi or live in Dubai.
To make it easier.
To make it easier, access to education should be for everyone.
Yes.
So I think it's going to even reach greater heights through this.
Of course, and we appreciate that to come to and eventually they will come to Kuwait, inshallah. Thank you so much.
We are having Indian University come to Kuwait tomorrow for the symposium.
Yes.
And we'll get to hear a little bit more about
that's
the
about
plans.
the symposium. It's interesting to know about all of this information from you, Dr. Ashwan Fernandez. Thank you so much for coming to Good Morning Kuwait.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Dr. Ashwan Fernandez, Regional Director, Middle East, Africa and South Asia, author of the book, India's Knowledge Supremacy. And now, dear viewers, let's go to this quick report and we'll be right back.